We want to get to something big that's happening this weekend. That event that's really big that a lot of people are going to go to up in Concord. Yeah, that's the Bank of America ROVAL 400. A lot of folks are going to be there. I got a chance to go out there last year for last year's race. A great time. It's not just, look, the race is on Sunday, but a lot of folks building up towards that day are having a good time. But we got special guests ahead of the ROVAL 400. You see him right there, Austin Cindric, the number 2 car for Team Penske. Finished 4th last year at the ROVAL and currently 12th in NASCAR playoffs. Look, Austin, I have to, say, I heard a couple of your interviews before. Dude, you're like locked in like a quarterback. Every time I hear you on the interview and you speak, man, you are locked in, dude. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. I guess that's how you have to be. But yeah, definitely a lot going on this weekend, as you said.
A lot going on this weekend. Let's get right into it. So, look, you had a late race incident last week in Kansas. How are you mentally coming in this week at ROVAL?
Yeah, I mean, I think looking at the points and obviously the situation, like if we want to go race for a championship this year, we have to win this race to advance to the next round of the playoffs. So I think the goals are quite simple. For us, obviously a lot easier said than done. Just go out and win. As you said, we had a good event there last year, but past success doesn't necessarily always equal future success. So you definitely got to go out and put our best foot forward. So it's a fun weekend regardless of kind of the pressure and what's going on, because it's one of the few weekends that we get to race pretty much at home. I mean, the entire industry NASCAR is based in the Charlotte area, so I can sleep in my own bed, and everyone has family and friends that come out to the race. And I actually grew up racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway, so it's always really cool to get to go there and think that I'm driving one of the big cars. So yeah, I'm excited about the weekend and just lay it all out there.
Does it take a little bit of the pressure off being that, look, you're a local guy, you get to sleep in your own bed, you're familiar with it? Look, again, you finished 4th last year, had some success. Does that give you confidence? And just being home, does that take some of that pressure off?
Honestly, it's weird not staying in a hotel before you race. I mean, it's nice, but like you wake up in the morning, you're like, I get to drive a race car today. That's cool. Like usually you don't associate the two with each other. So I think that part is probably more weird than normal, but otherwise, it doesn't affect the job a whole lot. I mean, at the end of the day, winning the NASCAR Cup Series is no easy feat. So we're going to have to do and apply everything that we have and that we know to be able to get this win. So, but otherwise have a strong weekend as well. I mean, still be able to get points and try and go after it. But no, it's a tricky racetrack, and it's a difficult one to manage, especially if you lose track position.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's a tricky racetrack. I've had a couple of folks ask me who are now familiar. They're like, why do they call it ROVAL? I'm like, road, oval. It's a mixture of both. So it makes things tricky. With that being said, with a tricky course, with the stakes high, do you change up the game plan going into this week?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it just emphasizes a few things. I mean, between the track layout, but also what's at stake. And for us, I mean, Saturday's going to be just as important as Sunday. Being able to qualify well, push yourself out front, be able to have that track position, have a good pit stall, be able to kind of control your destiny, control your strategy well. So, my ability to go contend for a win definitely starts, at 2:00 on Saturday when we practice and qualify. So there's definitely a lot that goes into it, and I think every lap that I make is going to have an effect on our ability to be able to capitalize on the opportunity we have.
Look, I know race day or this weekend too. Even when you're qualifying on Saturday, it's there. I mean, look, there's pressure, but especially with Charlotte Motor Speedway, what are some of the things that you enjoy about Charlotte Motor Speedway? Again, this is in your backyard, but I guess, what are the things that you enjoy? / do you enjoy some of the, certain things at Charlotte Motor Speedway?
Yeah, well, we get to race at Charlotte twice a year. Obviously the Coca-Cola 600, on Memorial Day weekend. It's obviously one of our crown jewel races, but then coming back for the Roval, which is a complete switch up from what we have on the high speed oval to the road course race that they put on through the infield onto the big track. So it's definitely a change of pace from what's normal, but otherwise, I think just the fact that it's at home, I think that's what makes it probably the most special. I mean, there are definitely things that I enjoy and corners that I enjoy throughout the lap, but I think just being at home, seeing everyone's friends and family, like all our shop-based guys. I mean, we do a lot of racing on the road, have a road crew, have a pit crew that travels. We have people that travel, but we also have people here, in town at home that do a ton of work for our cars and our race teams. And at the most important part of the year in the playoffs, a lot of them will be able to go out and actually go see the work that they put in and go watch us do our thing. So it is fun to have kind of the hometown cheering you on. I mean, I think that applies to everyone in the series, but that is a fun aspect of this weekend, is that a lot of those shop-based folks actually get to go see the product that they put together for us.
My last question before I get you out of here, man, how you block out the noise, distractions. There's a lot obviously surrounding this weekend. Obviously the stakes are high, but how do you zone in? How do you block out that noise?
I think it's two things. I mean, for me, I'm a pretty internally motivated person, and obviously with what we have to do this weekend, we have to produce the maximum, but I just lose myself in my prep work and kind of leave it at that. That's what gives me confidence and trust that I can go out and just do the job that I've been able to do in the past. And I think the other thing that gets me going is just seeing all the hard work that the team pours into moments like this. High stakes, everything's on the line, and I've got a great group behind me. The guys are actually just finishing the car now. I'm at the shop, so it's fun to see that. It's fun to put the pressure on and see what you can do.
Locked in as always, Austin Cindric, number 2 car for Team Piskey. Dude, enjoy as much as you can. Good luck out there on the track, and thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir.
Of course. All right. Again, Bank of America ROVAL 400 this weekend. Again, a lot happening this weekend. Panthers also home on Sunday. A lot happening. All right. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back here in 2 minutes here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus.